What's up, guys? Welcome back to the CMH show. Hey, I'm going to show you guys something today that I would have personally found to be extremely helpful when I got into this line of work, coming from what I was doing previously. And I think this is going to help a lot of you that maybe have some imposter syndrome, maybe feel like you don't live up to the quote industry leaders in your space, right? Like you compare yourself to a Tony Robbins or, another coach that you see that's been doing it for a long time, and you wonder, how the heck do you fit into this world of doing what you're doing? And so what I call this is the mastery growth curve. And I'm going to tell you what you need to be doing, or what I would recommend you do, what I would wish I had done at every level, to seamlessly be able to both operate with an integrity, monetize where you're at, and also know that this is a journey and a process, right? So let's start here. This is kind of the onset of, starting a expert or coaching type business, right? So it's a slow grind of learning silos of new information, right? So this is where you just feel like you're just investing in education. You're understanding individual concepts, but they don't maybe necessarily feel like they all holistically weave together just yet, right? Now, what I recommend you do here is that you figure out an area where you excel at, right? So for me, early on, I had a knack for paid advertisement, right? I just understood the idea and the concepts behind running paid advertisement, and kind of, analyzing the data, understanding what's working, what's not working, and moving towards efforts that I felt like were winning efforts and eliminating efforts that were non-winning efforts pretty quickly. In fact, one of the people that I worked with called that out and said, you have a knack for this and you're picking it up faster than anybody I've ever seen before. I'm just telling you that because you need to be looking for things like that, right? Look for external feedback, but also your own internal feedback that you're recognizing in yourself. Hey, I'm really getting pretty decent at this. So in that particular situation, I would have tripled down on an area that I was excelling at. And I could have built a whole initial business around this while I'm still learning other concepts of marketing, right? In my particular case. So whatever your industry looks like, know that you're going to continue to master things, right? Either in this individual silo or more expansive. Meaning, let's say that I just want to be a paid ads expert. Great. Then I just stay in my silo and I achieve over time this mastery growth curve that we're going to talk about today. Or I'm going to add to my suite of skills within marketing that also includes paid advertisement, but I'm not going to lock in just solely on paid advertisement, right? That's more of where you have kind of like more of like a renaissance, right? Multi-skilled approach to your industry, right? One is going to be faster than the other. Obviously, mastering paid advertisement is going to allow you to achieve this much quicker, but I would pick an area earlier on in your journey that you excel at. Maybe this gave you success in something else you did previously, right? Maybe you came into coaching because you had a win in a previous business that you ran that kind of led to the growth that you experienced, and you start there while you're building on other concepts within your industry, right? Okay, next, as we move up here, this could take years, by the way, right here. You could say probably, I would say 2 to 4 years, you're going to be right here, maybe 5 years, right? Depending on how quick of a learner you are and how quick you adapt and implement things. But I would say 2 to 5 years, give or take. Okay, at some point, and I've seen this enough times, I experienced it myself to know this is 100% true. But eventually, some of the concepts start weaving together. It's just the neurons in your brain just fire, and all of a sudden, these concepts that you've understood in silos, they start coming together. You kind of, all of a sudden, your brain just starts connecting the dots. I can't explain it. I don't know the psychology behind it. I don't know the brain science behind it, but I've lived it and I've seen it a million times. When I see that click for people, I know that they are literally about to enter into kind of what I would call like a parabolic phase of growth in what they do. And so what you're doing here now is really getting to the point where you're going to have a deeper understanding of what you teach. You're going to see people get better results than they've ever gotten. And you're going to be explaining things in ways that sometimes don't even make sense to you. You'll say something and you're like, where did that come from? Right? Like it's going to come out of like your subconscious. And that's going to come from these years of slow grind. So enjoy this, because this is the fruit of this slow grind effort right here in those silos. Then what you'll start to do, if you're really digging deeper and pushing yourself, is you'll start having layers of mastery, right? And people you'll notice, right? Just like I mentioned here, you'll have people giving you some external feedback. Here, you're going to start hearing people call you like an expert or a genius or a guru, right? So continue to lean into that. This is where now you can get a little bit more dynamic in terms of what you're offering, right? You can start charging a little bit more. Maybe when you're here, you're not charging as much. You're a one-trick pony, so to speak. So for me, I would have said, hey, I'm going to offer Facebook ads to offline small business owners. And I'm gonna have a nice, comfortable lifestyle income off of that. When I get to here, This is where I'm really going to take my efforts on the internet and try to amplify my voice, right? Doesn't mean you're not creating content here, because you should be creating content here, but it might be siloed early on one particular vertical, like one particular skill that you've developed. When you get here, you're going to start showcasing how broad and dynamic you are at what you've learned. This is where you're going to start. You're always going to feel like an imposter. That's never going to go away. You're going to feel very confident in what you're doing here. Now, I made a mistake. Early on, I started trying to be more expansive because I felt like that's what was required to succeed at this type of business. And what ended up happening is that it felt forced, right? So I was producing content that wasn't down niched into something that I felt like I was excelling at here in the growth curve. I was already trying to skip the steps and end up here. And because I felt like I needed to be, quote, an expert to make money on the internet. And that is not the case at all. In fact, there's always going to be somebody that's looking for somebody that's just very niche down and specific here. Or, right, they don't have the budget to pay somebody in this area here, right? Because these type of people, once you're building mastery, this is when you start charging what you're actually worth, right? Here, you're looking for opportunities, and you're looking to build case studies and testimonials, and you're looking to prove that it's not just theory, what you're learning, that you actually can put it into practice. Once you get here, you're going to start charging what you're worth, and this is where I would really get more expansive with the content you're producing, right? To start showcasing your range is a really good way to put it, right? So here's where you're going to start receiving this is like you've experienced, you're at like a graduate level of education now in what you do. And now keep in mind, this is all contingent upon your pursuit in your industry, meaning you're actually continuing to invest in your education. Like we personally invest anywhere from 10 to 20% of our revenues go directly back into coaching. We have 3 coaches right now, looking at hiring a 4th. Like it's a constant pursuit. For us, it's more like 20%, sometimes north of 20% we reinvest, because we knew this. The more you can reinvest here, the more parabolic your growth curve is going to be, right? And hopefully that's sometimes reflected in the ways that I've grown over the years. If you go back and watch earlier content that I produced compared to now, hopefully, right? Hopefully that's reflected in some of the things that I talk about and do now compared to what I did before. Okay, the next telltale sign that you've taken the next step in this trajectory, right, in this growth curve, is you start seeing your industry with an analytical eye for what's truly missing. That's how you're going to know that you're starting to build mastery and you're moving beyond that, is you're going to start adding your unique flavor and contribution to the industry. This is where your legacy work is going to begin. This is like you're going to be your chicken soup for the soul type contribution to your industry. The mechanism that you're known for, or your approach that people know you for, right? Your secrets, right? Or your $100 million offers, right? Russell Brunson or Alex Hormozi. Like, this is where you get to the point where hopefully you breach into the mainstream. And what I would recommend you do here, right? This is building content and really showcasing your range. Right here, this is where you're going to amplify. This is where you're going to go. If you want, you don't have to. If you want to double down on creating legacy, this is where you're going to amplify your voice. You're going to do a lot of paid ads. You're going to try to expand your reach. You're going to try to really make sure that you put your name on the map, right? If you so choose, you don't have to. Again, you can stay. Many people just stay in this area here. They don't ever take it beyond that. They can make a healthy, comfortable living. But I'm talking about people that want to push beyond that you do have a heart and a desire for true impact and legacy. This is what that looks like. Now, when you get here, your offers are going to shift a little bit, right? You're going to go from serving a few to probably serving many. This is when a lot of you are going to have people that millions of people that follow you. Or let's be realistic here. Let's not be hyperbolic. You're going to have definitely tens of thousands of people that want to follow you because they admire your unique approach to the industry, right? This is a phase, candidly, that Kim and I think that my business partner and I are kind of, we're in between this right now, in my opinion, right? Just, again, hopefully being as humble as I can here. We spent probably 10, 12 years to get to this point. That just gives you kind of like a time frame here. But this is when you're going to start being able to serve many, not just serve few. Up to this point, I would say probably your best path to maximizing your revenue is going to be to serve few in a high capacity. Really, really kind of, put your nose to the grindstone, so to speak, and develop your skills. It's probably going to be the fastest way that you can ascend up this mastery growth curve. Here's where you can start going one to many. And also there's a multiplicity of different ways you could go about it this way. You're either going to serve your market in massive ways, meaning you have, like for us, we work with business owners, right? And so we'll have, thousands of people that follow us for business owner advice inside of memberships or, group coaching or whatever, right? Whereas before, maybe we were service providers initially for local businesses, like I said, right? So now we're transitioning what work looks like here in a big way. You've got books that sell thousands of copies. Your YouTube videos you premiere and you have tens of thousands of people that watch them. right? You do a live webinar and, you know, millions of people want to show up and watch it. Now, unfortunately, many of us are here, and these are the people we compare ourselves to. Why? Because we see them, because what I say, amplifying your reach, amplifying your brand visibility. So the people that we're comparing ourselves to, they've gone through all of this process, and they're now adding their unique flavor. They've launched their Russell Brunson Secrets book. They've launched their $100 million offers. And we're comparing ourselves to them, but the reality is they've just spent more time and experienced more growth and made the investments that we just haven't made yet. And everybody's got their own timeline, so don't feel like you're behind, right? Okay, next, and this is going to be like where you'll see a lot of your again, I mentioned Tony Robbins. This is where you're going to see a lot of your Tony Robbins, Jack Canfield, whom I had the pleasure to interview. They're at a level where it's basically continued learning, right? So like Tony now is fully gone in on adapting AI. He's got like the Tony Robbins AI, right? Like he's achieved all of this growth. And I would say for him, he's probably going to continue on an upward parabolic trend because that's just who he is. But for most, right, you're going to see the massive growth here. You're going to have the core fundamentals of your industry here, and then you're going to add your unique flavor. And then at that point, you're just maintaining adaptation. You're just continuing to learn new technologies or wrinkles in your industry, societal changes. Again, AI is a perfect example right now with the Tony AI that he's launching. I saw an ad for it earlier today, but it's just his mastery, but infused in different ways. It's continuing the legacy, right? Continuing, maybe you start doing live in-persons around the country, start touring, right? That would be a way to continue to adapt and learn about what people are looking for, what people want, right? So again, the core thing that I want you guys to take away here is know where you're at in the process. My guess, I've showed this to many people and they guess where they're at. If you want to drop in the comments where you think you're at, I'm happy to, allow you to have that space to do so. But most people either don't think about this at all, right? And why would you not? Why would you be comparing yourself to somebody in your industry that's been doing this for 15 years and not figure out a game you can win right now? Because the reality is once these people are here that are adding their unique flavor and building legacy, like Russell Brunson is not working with people individually on their Facebook ads, not for less than $100,000 for a day, right? So you have a differentiation in that you are willing and able to serve at that level because it's financially prudent for you where it's not for him. But more importantly, what the small business owner needs is not a $100,000 a day with Russell Brunson. They need somebody helping them do the heavy lifting because they're up to their eyeballs in work and they have no bandwidth. So even if they could afford the $100,000 a day with Russell Brunson to focus on their Facebook ads, the execution wouldn't be there because they have more money than time at this point for many of them. And sometimes they don't have either for local small businesses. So understand your game, understand a game that you can win, a game you can play. This is the process that literally everybody follows. This is the exact same process everybody follows. The only difference probably maybe for you is if you've been beating yourself up is you haven't identified where you're at. You haven't qualified this to the degree that it actually makes sense to you and understood that like all things, this is part of the process because you're comparing your day to somebody else's 10, 15, 20, 30 years in many cases. And so it can turn into that really loud voice of imposter syndrome or comparisonitis. So again, this is what I wish I had known before entering into a coaching or quote expert business. And I want to impart that onto you. So if this was beneficial for you guys, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell for notifications. I also wanted to share with you guys before I let you go here. We actually just launched something that might help you guys out quite a bit. This is speaking of adding your own flavor, unique mechanism to the world, this is our Content to Customers playbook. It's actually 70 pages of our exact unique mechanism of taking people from followers on the internet all the way down to buyers of your products or services. There's AI prompts. There's examples of what people are doing to win, not just play the influencer game and get likes and engagement, but to actually flip those into super fans, raving super fans. You don't need as many followers as you think, believe it or not. Again, part of that cyclical journey, figuring out how and where the season you can win. Most of you already have enough followers to make enough money on the internet. Or if you don't, it's a few pieces of pillar content that are going to actually start flipping people into buyers of your stuff. So make sure you guys check this out. It's insane. It's like $37. So I'll drop the link in the description of this. You get the physical copy mailed to you and the digital copy is instantly in your inbox. So make sure you guys check that out. It's our Content to Customers playbook. And I will see you guys in the next one.